Today, we're going to talk to you about our Power Dog, a problem we had, and their customer service.
But first, we're going to update our stickers. Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we're
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. If that sounds like something you'd like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys.
It's July, y'all, and we've been places, but our map doesn't show it. This is all from last year. So we started this year in Texas. We left in May, and we're all the way up here in Michigan. But you know, there's some places in between, so we're gonna fill in our map, starting with Oklahoma. We stayed in Oklahoma City at the Oklahoma City East KOA for, I think it was 4 nights, maybe 5, and we got to see some good friends of ours, and didn't get to do much exploring in the area because of weather, but we did get to stay in Oklahoma City, so now it's on the map. And after that, we went to Missouri. We spent about 2 weeks in Missouri at Camp Branch with Dean and Shalane, and we got to do some quilting together and with her friend, and we got to explore a bit and really enjoyed our time in Missouri. I could definitely spend some more time in that area, and especially with the quilting places. Next, we went to Iowa. We only stayed 2 nights in Iowa. That is the minimum requirement for our rules for putting a sticker on the map. We stayed in Dubuque, Iowa, and didn't get to explore, but we stayed at a nice little mom and pop campground, and right here in Dubuque. From there, we went on to Wisconsin. We stayed in Door County. We had already been to Wisconsin before, so it's already on the map. After that, where'd we go?
We hit Michigan in the UP and had a great time there. Little tiny UP.
Yes, it is cute. We stayed about a month. We only intended to do the UP for 1 week, but we liked it so much we changed our plans and stayed up there for a month. And we got to do Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, and Lake Huron all up there. So we knocked out 3 of the Great Lakes. In the UP, we had so much fun seeing one of my good friends, and we explored what was the Munising
and the Painted Rocks.
Pictured Rocks. We keep confusing those. And we did waterfalls. We did went over to the eastern side and did Sault Ste. Marie and St. Ignace and Mackinac Island. There's so much to do up there. We could have definitely stayed more time. I'd love to do a whole summer up in the UP.
And the weather was awesome up there. Awesome weather.
And now we're in the Lower Peninsula, and we're exploring here. We've been to Traverse City, and right now we are in Frankenmuth, and that's like the little Bavaria of the U.S., and it's also Christmas town. They have all kinds of Christmas stuff here. It's fun. And that is our sticker update.
So kind of quick and painless on the sticker update, guys. Now let's get into talking about what happened with our Power Dog. We were getting ready for a move day, and the last step for us on move day is to remove the power from the pedestal. So I went to remove the power, turned off the breaker, and it was a little bit hard to get the Power Dog and our power cord separated from each other. So I drug it all the way over to my bay, and I put my foot on it and was able to break it free. And I noticed that it had fried the common line. So I had a problem with the Power Dog before, and they sent me a new one right away, no problem. With this one, I actually called them, and I'm pretty sure I talked to the exact same person I talked to the year before, and I told him what the problem was, and he asked for a couple of pictures. So I went out and I took the pictures, and this is what it looked like. We'll put them in here. And then I sent those off in an email. And the very next day I got an email back that said, okay, we need an address so we can forward you a new unit. And they're also going to send me an end for my power cord, because the blade, as you could see, the blade on that was a little charred and discolored also. So to be on the safe side, they're going to go ahead and send me that end. I asked them if they warranted the cord, but they don't. Not the whole thing, but they did say they would send me the new end so I could splice it in myself. So that's a really good thing. So that's 2 times that we've had some type of a problem with the Power Dog, and 2 times that they've actually just said, okay, we'll replace it. No, pretty much no questions asked. Send us a picture, and okay, yes, it looks like our stuff was bad, and they sent us out a new one. The stipulation was I had to be at a location. It's 10 business days basically for shipping. So if you can plan it out to where you were going to be in 10 days, then get them to send it to you. Hopefully it'll be there, you know, prior to you leaving that next location or the location after, depending on how fast you travel.
I have to add, while we were still working with them, because it was over a weekend, so we had to wait till the weekday to call, we did go and purchase a new power cord. We drove about an hour, closer to an hour and a half, to the closest large retail camping store, and we found a power cord. We thought that we have a 50-foot, 50-amp cord, and I had called ahead of time to ask if they had a 50-amp cord. I forgot to say how long, but they said, yeah, we have it in stock. So we got there, and they only had a 25-foot, 50-amp cord, which he said they didn't even make 50-amp, 50-foot cords. But we got the cord and got all the way back, and it didn't fit, y'all. It turns out we need a specific brand of 50-amp cord,
or maybe a specific style. Our cord is Furrion, and the receptacle the cord goes into the RV is also Furrion, and the one we bought, it only goes in part way and it won't turn to lock in place, like the one we have, like the Furrion does. So yeah, I just assumed that they were all universal, and lesson learned on that. So that's a good tip. If you have a Furrion cord, you can't just go out and get the latest Camco off the shelf and plug it in there. It won't work.
And it's expensive. It was over $200, some $300, right?
Yeah.
But with this, the Power Dog company is just sending us the new head for free and saving us that much money.
That's right. Yeah, they're. I think I looked them up online, and the Furrion style, like the one we have, the longest one they have is 36 feet. So that's what I think the length of ours is. So we're going to lose a few inches off of that 36 feet when we put the new head on there. But it's a lot better than buying a brand new $300 and something cord to replace for you know, the burnt up Common. So, would we suggest Power Dog?
I would, absolutely.
100% I would. We had, like I said, we had trouble with one of them before, and I did some tests, called them up, and they said no problem, sent me one. I had it in about 4 or 5 days, actually. This one, for whatever reason, the Power Dog didn't shut off. Now, I was on 30 amp dog bone up to 50. So that's, I think, what the problem was. But again, Power Dog asked for a couple of pictures on this one. I sent them, and no questions asked. Here you go. Here's a new one. Where do you want it sent? So 100% I would go with Power Dog again every time. And there's also a link in the description if you want to check them out. They make both 50 and 30 amp. They make inline ones that you can install in your RV, or they make the ones that you actually plug into the pedestal like the one I have. So, great product, and go check them out. Not sponsored, by the way, but we wouldn't mind.
Everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
We're coming to you from Elkhart, Indiana and the Alliance Rally.
Join us next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journeys.